Hello, everybody. This is Anuj Tripathi, and you are watching the Review Universe. So, welcome back to the another episode of this podcast series where we have conversation with authors regarding their book, their journey, and the stories behind the book. So, today a very special guest joining with us, Pooja Sharma. Pooja is an author and a tarot reader. She has recently written a book called Five Rules of Love to Turn Your Life into a Love Story. So let's understand the idea behind this book, inspiration behind this book, and the stories behind this book itself. So, Pooja ma'am, welcome to the show.
Har Har Mahadev. Hi guys. Thank you so much, Mr. Anuj, for inviting me and for having me here.
Okay, so Pooja ma'am, for our listeners who may be meeting you for the first time, could you share a short intro about yourself and your journey of tarot reading?
Sure. I'm living in Hiranandani Estate. That's in Thane, Maharashtra, India. And I'm a tarot reader. And over the years, I have taken not thousands, but lakhs of questions from my clients as well as my followers because I do lives, right? So now on the lives, I get all type of questions like from third party, which in is called as a relationship, third party relationship, or uh, affair, on extramarital, or confused. Do you want your ex back? And all that complications of love and relationship a person can go through and goes through, right? So I thought ki I have got enough matter and I think I should write something which I keep telling in my lives again and again. Ki, why do you want your ex back when you have got so many problems? You should walk towards the new relationship, heal yourself, and all these things. So I said, maybe a book will help.
Okay, so another question regarding the book, like what inspired you to write and how does it connect to the uh, followers of your tarot reader?
Sure. First, I'll just show you the book, right? So this is first thing is five rules of love, right? So these are the main five chapters of the book which I have written, and it is very simple. So you don't have to know tarot to know it, or you don't have to know. I also practice modern astrology, Western astrology,
Hmm.
not Vedic wala. So in general, all the important points जो होने चाहिए, because I keep telling my clients the same thing. If you keep asking for your ex back, the same problems are going to be there, right? And people come to me and saying, "Ma'am, when will he unblock me?" This is something very new. When will he unblock me? So I always ask them, "Why have you been blocked?" वो reason अगर हट गया हो, then you will get unblocked, right? There is no magic. Tarot or anything, astrology is not doing magic for you. It can guide you. Obviously, it will let you know a lot. It is like big lamps on the road, but you have to walk that road or the path yourself.
Already.
So I said in this book, that's why I have given a gist that how to spot a red flag or a green flag. So this is something people know, and it is very normal and natural lingo nowadays. But it is a bit serious. When you see a red flag, we have to really be worried because it's a toxic relationship. So something I said it should be some small guide, and I have kept the book very thin because as people like only 30-second reads.
Exactly.
Right?
In these
People
times.
don't like long talks and lecture or all this. So this is about 30-35 pages which of reading. So which and it's like a guide or a thesaurus. You can just keep it with you anytime and you can get back to it. For many things, I'll give you more details along the podcast.
Okay, so can you share just some of the key aspects or themes like about the
Sure.
book, what make it
So,
special to the readers?
sure. Let me show you the main content. So I hope you guys can see it. The lighting is fine. I'll just
It,
take it near you. Okay. So in
uh,
this, I'll even read it out to you guys. First is self-love. Everything, the key point is in any relationship, we forget that we have a relationship with ourselves, right? So first is self-love, how I treat myself. I will explain to my partner ki how I want to be treated. If I
Okay.
don't take myself seriously, so I cannot fight with my partner for not taking myself seriously, or any example. Second is spot the signs, which I already told you guys, the red flags and the green flags also. That is, and I'll read out few of the important ones. Third is clear the past. And for this, fourth is dream play. And fifth is the zodiac magic. So a dream play is imagining your future with the new person. It is like manifestation. So I've given a
Yeah.
lot of details which is useful for people living in the today's world, right? And the zodiac magic that tells you basically there are four elements like air, water, earth, and fire, right? If you are a fire sign, so and if your partner is a water sign, fire and water, they just cancel each other. So how do you go about it? So you can't change your partner. Suppose you're married with somebody for 10 years, you can't say acha acha it's water sign, cancel, so I have to leave that person. So in this there are different things ki how a water sign behaves, how a fire sign behaves, and how you have to understand that person according to the elements also. So this is something I think will be a very good guide. We can go back and see all the relationships in your life, because relationship is not just love relationship with your sisters. Like some friends we get along very well, some cousins we are very good. Somewhere some people we see and we just get irritated. We don't want to be friendly or friends or something. So these are all related, right?
Okay. So, ma'am, I have just I have a personal question kind of a thing. Like, people most of the times get confused between astrology and the tarot reading. So, what is the
Mhm.
difference between with this? Like, what is tarot reading actually?
Sure. So I'll show you this. See, these are the tarot cards, right?
Yeah.
These, and there are two type of cards. One is a tarot card and one is an oracle card.
Mm-hmm.
Tarot card is like fixed, so you cannot change. Oracle card is you can change little bit. It is a lighter version. So this is connected to your intuition. Okay, so I'll also be doing a reading for everybody. If you want, I'll do the reading now for all the listeners and viewers.
Sure.
So I'll give you an idea.
Sure. Sure. You can. Like, I'm curious to know about this.
Sure. So this is just, see, I can't show you like this. You just mix it up so you get an idea.
Mm-hmm.
And all my readings, whether it is for the client, whether I'm doing live, it is never fear based.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm very clear. I guide you, I let you know, and you take the decision. Right? It is not my job to live your life or guide you. I can just give you pointers.
Got it.
For everybody, I'll do a general read. Now I'll show you one card. Three cards I have removed. So when I see this card, now this card is of imagination and relaxation. Can you see the stars?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is the every tarot card has got a thousand way you can interpret it, and every tarot reader is different. It's like a doctor, or somebody go for homeopathy, somebody goes for Ayurvedic, somebody goes for the conventional one, or how it is, right? So in this, so what I feel and what intuition comes to me is you all need some time to dream, some time for rest in our everyday running. No, we are not taking time for ourselves. We are dreaming, but once we reach that dream, we have got another goal, next goal. So we need some time to rest for ourselves. And also, there is some kind of disappointment. This is a collective reading, this is not
Mm-hmm.
for anybody. So, as if now she's waiting for something. See, there is a disappointment. Maybe it is a long distance relationship, maybe it is a misunderstanding, maybe you have not reached your career goal, somebody. So there is some kind of feeling ki I have not reached where I want. And whenever I this is a tower movement. Okay,
Yeah.
tower movement. See, so many things happening together. So tower movement is something ki there is going to be a shift. Whenever I see a tower movement in relationship, there has been a breakup. Yeah, breakup is going to happen. or in a job, the job is going to go, because you are in a horrible space, but तो भी चलाएंगे वाला feeling आता है. So this is a tarot moment. So the guidance in this is, if you know something is toxic for you, something is bad for you, you have to start taking steps to move forward. Just feeling bad, and it can be risky, है ना? It can be risky, but you have to take steps and move forward. You can't just wish ki everything vanishes, all the problems vanish, just because I am manifesting. You have to take practical manifestation is there,
Hmm.
but you have to be practical also in taking the steps.
Okay, so as per my like understanding what you have said, like it is more about person, not about the tarots. Okay, like
Yeah,
it is based on your intuitions.
it is intuition, and it is also who I'm taking. And same way astrology is science based.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, this is also science, but astrology is fixed and science based, because there are cycles. Like Jupiter has a cycle of 12 years.
yeah.
Saturn, when in India we say sade sati,
Hmm.
right? Now let me explain to you difference between साढ़े साथी and the in Western they say Saturn return. दोनों बहुत अलग है. Both are very different.
Hmm.
साढ़े साथी we are very scared. साढ़े साथी है भैया, इसकी साढ़े साथी चल रही है, right? साढ़े साथी, first let me explain. Saturn takes 28 years to finish one cycle, 28 to 30 years.
Hmm.
Okay, suppose imagine a clock, watch. So when Saturn finishes one quarter, no, it is 7 years.
Okay.
It goes opposite, it is 14 years.
Hmm.
Three fourth, it is 21 years, and full cycle when it finishes, it is 28 years, right? So whenever suppose your Saturn, for this a person should know basic astrology. I will just try and explain. Suppose Aries, in a sign Aries, your Saturn is in Aries, 5 degrees Aries, let us, presume. So it will take 28 years to come back to Aries. So whenever you are 28 to 30, it will be a very difficult time for your life, because in anybody's life, rough, it can be marriage, child born, career change, job left, because Saturn is coming back to its own place, right? And Sade Sati is when your moon sign, Saturn moves over your moon sign, it is Sade Sati. Or Sade Sat is why, because 2.5 years, one sign before, 2.5 years the peak, and 2.5 years Jabbo, it's leaving the sign,
Okay.
right? If you are suppose 8 degrees Capricorn, then Sade Sati will start when it enters the sign of Sagittarius, one sign pehle, then Capricorn, then Aquarius. But according to me, it takes about 9 years to completely leave that situation. But that Sade Sati changes you. Sade Sati happens only twice or thrice in your life. Because
Okay.
28 साल में एक बार साढ़े साथी आएगी. अब the person can't get साढ़े साथी again and again and again. But yes, साढ़े साथी and Saturn return आसपास आ सकते हैं, because Saturn return is a time when Saturn comes back to your original natal chart, which you are born with. So that is more
Hmm.
science based, and this is more intuition based. But both, it depends on the astrologer who's doing the reading.
Okay. Okay. So do you have any stories from your clients or followers which you can share
Yeah,
with us?
sure. This is a very funny and surprising story. Whoever I have shared it with, they were like, "Oh my god, okay, if this is has happened on the live." So there is no this. It's not a client story. It's happened on live. I'm not taking any names. So
Okay.
on the lives, when I'm on YouTube and all that, people come and I give them one question free, one card free, one question free. And if it's paid, then you get details. Because more the cards you can pay for, more things I come to know about that person. So many people start taking paid on the lives also, but then they get 5 cards, 6 cards accordingly. So
Hmm.
she had a very simple question. I'm something, somebody, and my boyfriend is not giving me attention, madam. Please see the reason.
Hmm.
Okay. So I just took out the card, and I don't have, that was some other deck. So in that card, I saw 3 people. Okay, so that's a third party. There is somebody else involved in the relationship. And I try to make it subtle. I'm very straightforward, but I don't want to make it rude, सामने
Mhm.
वाले का एकदम दिल बैठ जाए. So very nicely, I told her, I said, see, I see somebody, three people. I show them the card, right? It is live. They can see me shuffling, and because that time they can just see my hands.
Mhm.
They can see me shuffling and they can see what's come out. So I said, there is somebody else involved in this. So it can be his job, it can be an ex, it can be family, because many in India come with family issues also. कि
Yeah.
घर वाले नहीं मान रहे
Mhm.
types. हमें शादी में घर वाले नहीं मान रहे. So this is concept is very, normal for Indians. If
Definitely.
people are not, family members are not agreed, so you can't get married. So I was very relaxingly giving her this answer. So she said, ma'am, you're absolutely right. आप बिल्कुल सही हो. थर्ड पार्टी अभी आपने सही बोला. समथिंग I said हाँ. तो मतलब आप जानती हो ना, तो वही रीजन है. And I started taking the next question, next question. So she was typing da 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 da. After 3 minutes, 2 minutes, I saw and she said, आप सही हो, थर्ड पार्टी है. लिखती गई, लिखती गई, लिखती गई. Then she said, third party is his wife. So imagine, she's so sure he now she, her boyfriend and boyfriend's wife is the third party.
Okay.
But
So
her perception is she is the main person and the wrong person is the wife. So wife is the third party, man. Right, 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 right. So I didn't know, I didn't know to react to her. I said, your boyfriend is married? She said, yeah, but
okay.
he doesn't love her. I like, okay.
Okay.
Because this perception I can't change. This is like a blindfold you have put. Abhi wo may, I just can't say no, 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 no. This is not real. So she's perceived. So that person has to change.
Okay.
How was the
So
story?
you like you have to sometimes say things which are actually rude. So how did the people take to that? Like this one is kind of very subtle to the client as well. Like you have just said smoothly this thing, but
See, see,
sometimes
it is, see, the process is very different. If it's on the live, it is very different. And if I take a one-to-one WhatsApp client, right,
yeah.
when they have booked some amount and they get 45 minutes or something, then it becomes very different because that time I can talk to them freely and they can talk to me freely.
Hmm.
है ना? And they have paid for my time and expertise. That becomes a different premium thing. That becomes different, right?
Hmm.
And this is something I'm not sitting here to change. I'm not sitting there to change my client also. But their reaction and suggestion, see, on FB, many times your cousin is watching, your padosi is watching, your neighbor
Hmm.
is watching, your mother-in-law is watching. In my lives, I get ये मेरी भाभी है, ये मेरी ननंद है, मैडम मेरी ये है. All these questions, this also come. So you don't know who's watching. So that time I have to just take the question and just let go. And then followers, as they have somebody's following me for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. So then it becomes a bond. But जो reality है, and see, the client knows, ठीक है? She knows there is somebody third, but she needs a validation.
Okay.
कोई मुझे बताए, है ना? Even the client know, but with clients then there is different healing technique, routine. तो वो सब premium में चला जाता है, for which the client pays for, right? To hear uninterrupted. Because if you're
Okay.
premium client, you don't want कि पूरे मोहल्ले के सामने बात हो ना, कोई नहीं चाहता.
Hmm.
So on live it is very light कि unblock कब करेगा, when will he unblock me and something something, college student something something. हाँ. And अच्छा, also I would like to add, men have about 30-35% of my followers are men.
Okay.
तो ऐसा नहीं है कि tarot is only for women and men don't have problems and ऐसा नहीं है. Even my personal clients, 30 to 35%, I think that's a very big chunk, are men and 50-55 are women. ठीक है? When questions also are very different. Men ask only two questions. Only two. One is for their career,
Hmm.
and second is mostly if they are married and their wives have left them for somebody else, for something else, some XYZ or something, something, and it is more of divorce cases or some confusion. So it is same. And women from India, out of India, uh, I've taken from US, UK, Australia. 90% of the women ask one question: after leaving me, is he unhappy or not? They want to know that. So, see, this is somewhere you have kept your energy so much on that person. Then that's what I say that you have to get over. That person is happy or unhappy. Send that person with love. हो गया आपका एक cycle
Exactly.
था, you had to learn something, हो गया, forget it. If you keep putting energy and such negative energy, he should not be happy, he should realize, he should come and say sorry ma'am, where will he say, is he feeling bad? So all your energy is there. Then how you can say ma'am I don't have relationship, I'm not getting married, because पूरा तो एनर्जी उधर डाला हुआ है कि किसी और का नुकसान हो जाए. So
Exactly.
that is why I say get your energy back and never wish bad for somebody else. It is like a boomerang. It will come back to you. So if best is when अगर आपका किसी somebody is some relationship is not working out, just separate. Say bye bye. Send you love, but I can't take it anymore.
Okay.
Move on.
Mhm.
Get away from that toxic cycle. I think that is the best thing or solution we can do in today's world.
Okay. So another question, like this is from your tarot reading. Like beyond your book, what are the services do you offer, like to your clients or followers?
Sure, I'll tell you. And one more thing, when you buy this book, no, there is a QR code here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, behind the book, it is there. They will give you all about me, and there is a QR code from where you can go to my YouTube directly. Right, you can connect, and from YouTube there is link tree. From one place, from the link tree, you have got all the places
Right.
where to buy, where to connect. And YouTube mein there is my WhatsApp number, official number. It's not my personal number. So
Mm-hmm.
please don't start calling. Nobody picks up unless there is a message of some sort. Yeah, I am this, I'm this, I'm this.
Mm-hmm.
So they can connect from there. I take, and the services are personal tarot reading and astro reading,
Okay.
right? Astro mein there is analysis. Like if suppose you give me your
Mm-hmm.
birth date, time. For that, I'll need your name, I'll need your birth date, I'll need your birth time or place. Where are you born? Exact, right? I'll have to put that all, and then I'll get a chart. Chart is like when the time you are born, it's like a photo. Khatak. The universe takes a photo. That becomes your natal chart.
Mm-hmm.
Or Baki is transiting. आगे पीछे, but your natal chart is your birth chart, right? So there is one person reading, singles reading, just a generic reading. There is relationship reading, couples reading, and astrology. And the astrology, there are 2 3 steps. Like once you do the first one, then the second. It is more of understanding yourself. Yeah, I have got very how do you explain it? People on very higher ranks,
Mm-hmm.
men, like in the 55, 60. So they are like very confused. Like, Pooja, I'm getting such a good pay, but I'm not happy.
Mm-hmm.
For that, after the tarot, we have to see the astro. Where are the chart? What is shifting? What is changing? Why is that person looking for something new? If he starts, is it possibility? Because I always say it is a 70 to 80%. I give you. There is always a portal. Okay, you have to take the jump. The portal will not keep open. There is always a time limit. Then
Mm-hmm.
it closes. So there are few months, dates. If that accordingly you have not taken that jump, it closes. It may open after few years, after few months, depending on where the cycle is.
Okay, got
So
it.
all these, there are a lot of things, and I also, change. One more thing I would like to mention: कि I do not take personal reading or take bookings of anybody less than 18. Right? You should be 18 and above. First thing. Second thing, the lady should not be pregnant
Okay.
because you already have a soul. So I do not want to, disturb it anyway. And as you were asking me about questions on lives, I get questions, ma'am, I have a delivery in the evening. Please check how is it going to happen. My reaction is out. Get out immediately and do not see this, because see, a card can show anything,
Mm-hmm.
right? I said this is not the time. I've already, then they said no, no, ma'am, sorry, ma'am. I said go and tell your mom or mother-in-law that I am on FB and everywhere roaming around. I said you rest, take God's name, and this is not the time. I have got people asking me, madam, please choose a gynecologist for me. आप जिसको बोलेंगे हम वो लेंगे. मैंने बोला गायनिक यू विल चूज विद गूगल, seeing the experience, not with the cards. So see, there are many people who can misguide also, but it is our duty also to guide you, not because just because you're coming and I'll get followers or money. I should just. I also have got a karma. I also
like
have to.
like it is a kind of a lack of education, we can say.
Exactly. And no, she was a very educated lady. She was some, I think, some other country, but she was very educated. But still, वो एक होता ना कि you are so much uh, this
Into
into this.
something.
No, no, no. You choose gynaec A or gynaec B. मतलब भाई ऐसे नहीं होता है gynaec A or gynaec B. But I said I'll do it, but this is wrong. She'll go to somebody else, somebody else, somebody else. Right? Everybody is
Mhm.
not going to say bye bye, go out. But this is something you have when you're practicing this, you have to have ethics
Exactly.
that you have to be very sure of. That's what I believe.
Okay, so are you planning something after this book as well, like some other book? You can
Oh,
let us know.
yeah. So that's very good you asked. I'm thinking because I meditate and I am a big follower and believer of Bholenath. So
Mhm.
when I meditate now, many last few years, there are a lot of who meditate, they will understand. There is like a conversation when you talk to God, you can, but He's not Google. He will not answer you what you are asking. He will say something which you have to understand, which you'll see over the next few weeks or days, or you'll have to understand. So there is a, I want to, I've also written quite a bit of it, a Hindi book on my conversations with Mahadev.
Mhm.
And one or two lines I can tell you, like what I hear. There, upstairs, when you go up, they call Mahadev Maharaj.
Mhm.
Okay, so this is what I hear. They don't call him Bholenath or Mahadev, but he's called Maharaj. And very uh, small things like we do barter with God. We ऐसे हमारा ये कर दो वो कर दो हम बहुत सारी चीजें पूछते हैं ना हमारी इच्छा कब पूरी होगी ये होगी होगी so very nicely and simplified very early stage he had told me तुम चाहते हो इसीलिए नहीं होता मैं कर चुका हूं इसीलिए तुम चाहते हो so I cannot explain this in English now means I'll try so but the essence goes when I change the
Yeah, yeah,
language the
exactly.
essence goes or kuch nahi so it is not you want something and it happens I have already done it that's why you start wanting it and whether you get it or not is your path or karma right so he's a very loving God. He loves you and he'll explain whenever you go through hardships, ups and downs. It is a part of your journey. You have to just hold his hand and keep moving forward. One more thing very nicely he had said कि दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा और सबसे पहला सोशल मीडिया तो मेरा ही है मैं सब देखता हूँ which is so true so we
Exactly.
all have to be aware that he is watching like we all our elders and sisters says भगवान देख रहा है भगवान तुम्हें देख लेगा भगवान जानता so really भगवान is there whether you see him you understand him or not but one thing I would like to tell you guys as I said the zodiac play right see this the zodiac play I hope you all can see you so
Not
in
that
this
much.
now I have specially made charts if you are fire, fire, how you get along. If you are fire, earth, fire, air and water, water and water. Example. So this is something which can guide you if you want. And this is not everything because this is just an example. इसके we think हाँ we all know sun sign क्या है sun it is not sun sign it is sun sign this is moon sign it is ascendant when I explained to you there was a snap attack like this so the snapshot में which sign comes on the door of your chart is the ascendant right that is also very important उस हिसाब से also it is very how you behave in a situation and there are Jupiter where it is placed, Saturn, your north node. I also do nodes, right? Which in India we call Rahu and Ketu. I love the nodes because north node is something we have come in this lifetime to follow, and south node is something we have done in the last lifetime, right? So with this combination, Rahu और Ketu जैसे बोलते हैं, so this combination we have to follow the north node. राहु की तरफ चलना है, और जितना हम उनकी तरफ चलेंगे, things will fall in place. But it is easy to follow Ketu because वो हम पिछले जन्म कर चुके हैं. And also when we talk about the moon sign is also which was a sun sign in the last life. That's why we relate to our moon signs also.
Question like regarding fire and water. Like I'm somebody who doesn't know tarot reading. Like what are these things exactly? Fire, water, air, earth. Like
Huh.
how these things work.
So these things that you can use in tarot also, and this is something you used in astrology also, right? So for this you have to know the basic. Like there are 12 houses, right? 12 signs.
Mhm.
According to the sun sign, we know Aries, Taurus, Gemini, or Pisces. We have heard all these. इसी में there is a division of four signs. So this you can anybody can Google on the Google. What are the fire signs? They will tell you. These three are fire signs. These three are earth signs. These three are air signs, and these three are water signs. ठीक है? So that doesn't mean कि बस जो water sign है तो मतलब वो कोई that will not do anything practical. No. But suppose example, air sign is something with lot of thoughts. Gemini. So Mercury is the ruler, right? So air sign is something where you see writers, scholars, painters, scientists. There is lot of talking. It is with all of us also. Example, but less action. Like air signs are more happy in their own world. They just want to talk about it. We'll do this and we'll do that. See, we all have some uncle sitting somewhere in our houses who love to tell stories. ऐसा हुआ, वैसा हुआ, वैसा हुआ. So somewhere there are air signs, right? They love to repeat. They love to tell everybody this happened. But suppose two people are of air signs. Okay, you and your partner are of air sign. You all are just going to talk about the future. We will get married. Okay, how will we get married? Acha, acha, aisa, aisa, aisa. Tomorrow you all have kids. You all will just plan. Okay, let's have kids. Okay, next year. Okay, maybe this. But the problem is this. Then what will happen? Who will take? So it is if it is just talking and no action. So there in life, when you want to buy a house, you have to take some action to buy. You just can't talk of starting. May it is right. So every element helps you, right? So once you start with the air sign, then emotions are the water sign. There are people which you say little thing also they start crying, right?
Exactly.
And so they are very emotional. But two emotional people 24 hours together, they'll just cry all the time. They can stay together. So that are also the pointers how to work in that relationship. What should be your first date? I have on the dream play I have written this also. How and fire sign is more action. Let's do this. Let's sell this. Okay, after selling, they are not thinking of the after effects. Let's get
Mhm.
married. Let's get divorced. So very fast action is also wrong. But fire में कैसा ऐसे आग लगती है बुझ जाती है.
Mhm.
अंदर बर्बाद हो गया वो नहीं देख रहा फायर साइन, है ना? तो हर चीज में if you're an earth sign is very practical. It is like a rock, एक पहाड़. Earth Capricorn is like a rock. Like जैसे हिमालय पर्वत है, ठीक है? सदियां बीत जाएंगी वो पर्वत वही है. So there are people who don't want to change, who's not left the thought process. हमारी वही बात है from thousands of years, right? They are more of the earth sign. So if so, you have to in this you will understand. You just have to Google. You will immediately come to know. Anybody will come to know. Yeah, I am fire sign. I'm earth sign. I'm this sign. Immediate, and from there you can start seeing next sign. I have made it very simplified. So if it is suppose earth sign, they will do very well with a water sign because earth or water makes mud, right?
Okay.
Emotion and thoda ढीठपना को साथ में. Earth sign will do quite good with fire sign, but both have to change. So in this, I have also written down what are the good date places according to your sign. If you are earth sign, no, you will like to go into to a restaurant to cook, workshops of cooking and all that. Air sign will go for drawing, painting, or something. So every sign, accordingly, you will understand the next person. है ना? So accordingly, you sometimes you have to go on a date according to you. Sometimes you'll have to change ki chalo according to the other person. So that's I think is a very good tool which a person can use again and again.
I'm just being more curious and curious, but I will find myself something, and I will try to read this book as well. I will have some
Sure.
time, definitely. And with this question, we are coming to the last of the podcast. Like,
One more thing I would like to ask, there is
hmm,
also the Kindle version available. So if, and also Amazon.com may you the people out of India can also take that Kindle version.
okay,
So it is not just available in India, it's available out of India also. If a person is seeing this podcast and you are not from India, so just go to Amazon.com and whichever your I think it should be available in the Kindle version.
okay. So I will attach all the links about the book and your
Yeah,
YouTube as well in the description. So
I'll send
anybody who
you.
is interested to connect with ma'am, you can just follow the links and get your tarot reading things done.
Sure.
Okay. So with this, thank you so much, ma'am. One last message to the readers who are going to read this book. So one last message from your side.
Sure. So I think this is some book which everybody should read, whether you are single, whether you are married, because in this I have also important topics like gaslighting and just to make the other person happy, a small hint of narcissism. All these things I have also mentioned in a light tone, right? Not to make it too dark or difficult, but these are something which are we are all going through in our relationship. So it is for them. So I think everybody should read this book once and keep it as a very good handy books. And I'm working on many more relationship books. And you all can also let me know in the comments or whenever you all connect to me which type of books you all are interested in reading. Like you all want this should be there. Okay. So and I'm sending lots of love and positivity to everybody watching this podcast and joining us. So take care. Love you all. Har Har Mahadev.